G'day guys and welcome to Raging Rhino. So it's been a pretty big weekend for Disney Star Wars. Of course, they've had Star Wars Celebration going all weekend, stars coming in and out and talking to all the fans that are there. Now, one thing I will say is that it definitely felt like one of the least hyped Star Wars celebrations for a long time. It definitely didn't feel like there was really a lot with all the announcements and stuff that they had. Yeah, okay, they're showing these things, but there's no real excitement behind them. Now, yes, people could say there was the Amber Heard, Johnny Depp stuff because that's been massive, but we had closing arguments on Friday. There's been all weekend. Yes, there's been Stranger Things, and I'm sure people have probably been watching more that, or even going to see Top Gun, which came out this weekend as well. So to me, it just feels like the Star Wars celebration was just a little bit of a letdown. Not that I even care too much because it was all Disney Star Wars crap. Now, through this video, I'm not going to talk about one specific thing. I just want to go through and sort of recap everything that we got from Star Wars Celebration, or a few things that I noticed anyway. So, of course, the weekend started with Obi-Wan Kenobi coming out, and it wasn't really received very well from the people that I know or the corner of the internet that I see. To me, it's got a lot of problems with continuity and, of course, lore and things like that. And I'm sure it's just going to get worse in the next 4 episodes. Again, with the rematch of the century coming, how could it not get worse? So I've done a review on that. You can check that out on my channel. Now, if you haven't had a look, this is where it's been a bit split for me in regards to, is there really people that have enjoyed this? And then are there really people that are thinking about it the way that I'm thinking about it? It's very, very split at the moment. There was, of course, the Moses Ingram calling the fans racist before it even comes out. And if you're not following Data Racer, go and follow him on Twitter. And then, of course, there was everybody that got triggered after the episode was released because of the Order 66 scene. Now, of course, we've known Order 66 and what Order 66 is. I mean, Anakin kills younglings, all of that sort of thing. Now, I understand there was a school shooting, but to say that we've got to take it, like, people want it removed from the show. To say that they want it taken completely out is a bit ridiculous when Order 66 is a part of that story. It's a part of that universe. It's not real. And people try and make that argument with me when I complain about lore and continuity. I think there's a very big difference there. So Obi-Wan to me, it wasn't all that good. There was also the Andor trailer, which I've done a reaction to. You can check that out on my channel as well. That was a very underwhelming trailer and didn't really tell you much about the story. I know it doesn't really have to because of where the timeline is. But to me, they're just throwing stuff in the middle of these in the middle of the movies, which we love, to try and get people hyped for Star Wars again. They really fucked up with the sequel trilogy big time. So, of course, there was the announcement or they got actually a sneak peek of the trailer at Star Wars Celebration. They haven't released it yet still. I don't know why they've left it so long to now show it to just the general public. There was a leaked one, but it got removed off Reddit. And of course, it headlines, Hera Syndulla and Sabine and Ahsoka and more. And it'll just be, that story's just going to be about Ahsoka trying to find Ezra and Thrawn, of course, after Rebels. We've gone through, the leak got taken down. Now, this is another thing that got announced, is Tales of the Jedi. This is obviously going to be telling a story about young Ahsoka. And I don't know, giving her some backstory with some family and stuff like that, and how the Jedi were so evil for taking her away from her family, probably. Something along those lines. But the Tales of the Jedi name is something that was from the expanded universe, and this is where I find that Disney is trying to, they decanonize the EU for creative freedom. Where's your creative freedom? You're just plucking shit out and then throwing it on top of your garbage stories. This was a Dark Horse comic book series that came out in the mid-90s. I believe it tells stories from before the movies and a fair bit before the movies. And there's a lot of beloved characters in there. There's a lot of people out there that have read these and love them. I've never read them. I am just starting to get into the EU and expanding my knowledge of real Star Wars. But I just wanted to point that out. It's pathetic. They're using the same logo, all of that sort of thing, and again, plucking more shit from the EU. So another bullshit announcement for them. We've also got the Bad Batch trailer, the Bad Batch Season 2 trailer, which I haven't yet watched. And I am going to do a separate video watching that. So there was that announcement as well. I missed one of my tabs. There was also the Jedi Survivor, which is the continuation of the Jedi Fallen Order game. I played that game. I didn't mind the gameplay so much, the map, and they needed to fix a few things, and hopefully they've done that in this game. But the story in that game was really to me. And again, bringing in the Inquisitors and things like that, and I really feel like there's going to be a massive tie from this to like the Inquisitors and their stories within the Obi-Wan Kenobi show that we're seeing, like Reva and all of that kind of shit. But this is another trailer that I haven't yet watched, and we'll watch that on another video as well. There was a leaked Mandalorian Season 3 trailer. Now, I'm not going to watch this because I don't want to get a strike or anything like that. They need to start releasing these to just the general public so that we can actually now see them and react and review them and, you know, basically tell you how shit they are. But there was a leaked one. We're not going to watch it. But it's definitely full of like the nostalgia still, I feel, with Bo-Katan and that sort of story. And of course, he is a Mandalorian, so they've got to tell the Mandalorian story. They've mentioned in this trailer that, of course, he can't go back and become a Mandalorian again because he removed his helmet, but also because he can't go back to Mandalore and swim in the baths to be able to get his honor back. Because Mandalore is completely destroyed. So there's going to be obviously some story behind that. We'll wait until that trailer actually gets officially released by Disney Lucasfilm, and we'll do a reaction to that, of course. They announced a Season 2 for Star Wars Visions. I never watched it, so I don't know. I saw the clips from it, like the lightsaber umbrella and all of those sorts of things, but I never watched it. I don't really like the idea of it. It's like, can we just keep Star Wars unique and just keep it as Star Wars? I mean, they're failing to keep it as Star Wars as it is, especially with the Obi-Wan Kenobi show that we've just seen. So I guess this isn't a problem for them. It's not really a problem for me. It's not like I super care that they're doing this, and it's obviously not attached to any form of canon. It's these own little separate stories. But again, it's taking away from the uniqueness of Star Wars. And it's probably just to try and get that Chinese audience maybe too. Now, there was a couple of things that we saw from Star Wars Celebration that I just wanted to watch. I think you guys probably out there have seen this one a fair few times, but it's worth watching again because it's absolutely pathetic and disgusting and racist, and everything they've been calling us, right, is what you see going on right here. And these people don't care about the story. They don't care about the lore. They don't care about the canon. They don't care about the continuity. I mean, I think Obi-Wan Kenobi is proof enough that they don't care about their own canon. And so is Clone Wars Season 7. But let's have a listen and see what... I think it's Justina Ireland is speaking here. Now, this is for the High Republic, of course. These are the people that make the High Republic garbage stories. And this is what she thinks about Star Wars.
It just boils down to Star Wars is for everybody. And if you're not reflecting the people you see in the real world in your fantasy worlds, there's a problem. And I think it was really great that we're... Thank you! Let's clap for diversity. And dinosaurs.
Okay, so the reason why she's making that little stupid, snarky, laughy comment about the dinosaurs is because there was a lot of criticism about the whiteboard that got released with diversity all over it and anti-war and, of course, dinosaurs. So she's making that stupid, snarky comment. I think it's absolutely ridiculous. I don't really... There was a few people clapping in the audience, but, you know, for Star Wars Celebration, it wasn't much of a cheer. But again, this is what they think is important. This is what they think is important in telling a good story. Let's continue.
Yes.
But I just think it's like, that was for me the most exciting thing is because, you know, as a kid, I got Lando. And then I got Mace Windu. Like, Mace Windu was solid. At least he was a Jedi instead of like a guy who was just trying to get into Leia's trousers.
Again, this just goes to show how much these people don't know. Lando destroyed the second Death Star. He is an integral part of the rebellion. He's a hero. And all you see is him trying to get into Leia's pants. I think the reason why he was being a little bit sleazy in Empire was because he was trying to get under Han's skin. These people are so narrow-minded in their approach and in what they see in these characters because they're men. It's disgusting. It's actually sexist and racist with what she goes on to say.
But like, I love Lando, you guys. I wrote a book.
I
think it's just really nice to be able to include the people I know and love in my life and give them a character that reflects their identities as well. Yeah.
It's just a bunch of stupid garbage just being regurgitated out of this stupid bitch's mouth. She is a dumb racist bitch. She thinks that is what's important. Making sure that people can see. Why do you think people liked the original Star Wars? People of all different colors and creeds and religious backgrounds and sexes. Being that there's only two. Why do you think so many people were able to connect with the character of Luke Skywalker? Why do you think so many people were able to connect with the character of Leia? Even men. It's such a stupid concept that these people think that this is what is so important. It's disgusting. There was also this. Now, I just wanted to show this. I don't have a problem with Tamara Morrison, but I really have a feeling that Lucasfilm saw the criticism of the Like a Bantha scene, and they said to him, just go out there and own it. Just go out there and just own it, right? And that'll take the heaviness of how stupid that fucking scene was off it, because we'll own it, we'll joke about it, and we'll make a laugh about it. So let's have a quick listen to what Tamara Morrison had to say.
Armor on, or it's one of those characters that once you put the armor on, or you kind of feel invincible, and boom, 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 and then of course we had to crescendo to the end episode and come riding in on my Rancor. Then we had to do some scenes like a bantha.
Yes!
I think I made all that up on the day too, all that like a bantha. That wasn't even in the script. I just thought, hey.
I just want to go back there. Like, again, other Star Wars celebrations that I've seen, that seems like the crowd is quite small. Like, even those cheers then, I think there were a few oohs and ahs, like boos, or maybe even when he was talking about riding in on his Rancor. But like, again, from previous celebrations that I've seen and the cheers and everything going up for these people and what they're talking about and their connection to Star Wars and all of that sort of thing, this seems very, very, very underwhelming.
The script, I just thought, hey, you fellas ride the motorbike, okay, like a bantha. and I was only joking. Next minute, it's been the most popular phrase that I've had to sign. It's one of the...
So obviously people are just going up to him going, can you please sign like a bantha on this? I don't know why. It would be like me taking my Slave 1. Where is it? It's all the way. It would be like me taking my Slave 1 and getting him to sign like a bantha on it. Like, how pathetic. As a Star Wars fan, I would never do that. Junk. If you did that, it's worth nothing now. It's worth a joke. So again, I just feel like maybe he was sort of coached to go out there and maybe talk about that. I don't really know. But that's really it. I didn't really watch any of the interviews or anything. I mean, there's some shorts here. Let's watch maybe one or two of these. Here's one with Hayden.
It was the coolest thing to get to come back and work with Ewan again and play these characters again. Has just been, yes, we are. It was the coolest thing.
I would say it would be pretty cool. Just like those two alone would be awesome to go and see. But yeah, I don't know. Oops, I didn't want to add that.
Well, we are just hours away from people being able to see this. Is there anything you want the fans to know, or any last thing you want to say to them before we get to see this series tonight?
This is where the fun begins.
I don't think Obi-Wan was all that fun, to be honest with you. There was also, obviously, Ian McDermott there.
Did you ever hear the tragedy of Darth Plagueis the Wise? Bye. Have a great time.
Again, just the nostalgia, guys. Dave Filoni, you know, they announced the casting for Sabine. And I will say that Natasha chick, she's got great legs. Pedro Pascal, I will say just in this little clip here where it plays, it reminds me of like Tom Cruise jumping on the fucking couch. But yeah, other than that, I mean, it really felt underwhelming to me. But I really want to know what everybody else thinks about all of these announcements and everything that we saw from Star Wars Celebration. I mean, we got the Ahsoka stuff, we've got Tales of the Jedi, there was the game trailer, there was Mando Season 3, and apparently Jon Favreau has said that he's writing the script for Mando Season 4, so that's obviously on the go. What else was there? Bad Batch trailer, Season 2 trailer, and then all the other bullshit like the diversity crap and everything else that they brought into it. Let me know if you watched it, and if you did watch it, if there's any more stuff that's, you know, worth talking about, please send it to me as well. But let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Keep an eye out for those trailer reactions. They'll be out very soon as well. And we'll be talking a lot more about Kenobi, of course, through the week on Casual Rage at the end of the week. And while the episodes are being released, we'll be reacting and reviewing those as well. So look out for those. But again, please let me know what you think in the comments below. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And we'll see you in the next one. Later, guys.